Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Rapid Response. Let's dive in.
One last question.
Go ahead.
Entitlements ever be on your plate?
At some point, they will be. We have tremendous growth. We're going to have tremendous growth this next year. It'll be toward the end of the year. The growth is going to be incredible. And at the right time, we will take a look at that. You know, that's actually the easiest of all things, if you look, because it's such a big
You're willing to do
percentage.
some of
If you don't cut something in entitlements, you'll never really deal with the
We'll
debt.
be cutting, but we're also going to have growth like you've never had before.
You changed your outlook on how to handle entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Mr. President. It seems like something has to be done, or else we're going to be stuck at 120% of debt to GDP forever.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting.
So much that you can do, especially if you look at it strongly. Now, look, I know it's very difficult to give an interview after waking up from a nap, but could somebody press him for some specifics? We're going to have very strong growth. We have to look at it. Entitlements, something. You know, and you see the host trying to answer the questions for him by throwing in scary terms like 100% of GDP to whatever. I mean, Donald doesn't understand economics, macro or otherwise. So, he's not going to speak to that. Nobody ever makes him. Let's keep this very, very simple. They're talking about entitlements. First of all, it's a horrible word. They're talking about things like Social Security. People pay into Social Security all of their lives. It's not an entitlement. It's something we've earned through our work, through our labor, and paid for. So it's not an entitlement. Anybody cutting Social Security is basically stealing from you. If you want to protect Social Security and things like Medicaid and Medicare, you will vote for Kamala Harris. That's it.
And you said Harris's crowd sizes were AI and that there weren't people there. There's all kinds of video evidence and people who were there who have proven that false. Can you tell us about why you made that claim?
Well, I can't say what was there, who was there. I can only tell you about ours. We have the biggest crowds ever in the history of politics. We have crowds that nobody's ever seen before, and we continue to have that. We have a level of enthusiasm that nobody's seen before. They want to make America great again. That's what's happening. We're going to make it great again. Right now, we have a failing nation. We're in a failing nation, and become in many ways a third world nation, and we're not going to let that happen. Thank you very much.
You know what you just saw there? Somebody who, in the middle of speaking, realized that he was boring himself to death. That's like boredom we've never seen before. Okay. He cannot handle it. He can't handle it. He can't accept reality. The other thing that we've never seen before is a media that is so craven that this guy is somebody that they find acceptable. The fact that anybody asks Donald about policy positions, in my view, is to legitimize him. He's an adjudicated rapist, an adjudicated business fraud. He's been found guilty on 30 felony counts. He is a traitor. He's stolen highly sensitive and classified documents from our country. Okay, so that's how he should be introduced. Don't ask him questions about policy. Don't ask him about his fucking crowd size. He's just going to lie to you. And he is demonstrating once again what a damaged, demented, using the technical term, and completely addled, thin-skinned narcissist he is. The meltdown is going to continue. So maybe instead of letting him ramble on and on, present him with facts and see how he handles that. You know who's going to do that? Former prosecutor Kamala Harris. Bring it on.
I mean, I look at what you do. You walk in and you just say, you want to quit? They go on strike. I won't mention the name of the company, but they go on strike and you say, that's okay, you're all gone. You're all gone. So every one of you is gone.
Yes, indeed. That is all true. And, you know, when you've got a comic book villain having a conversation with a wannabe fascist dictator, uh, during which they sort of laugh maniacally about the plight of the working man, that's that's information. I mean, it's so, I'm really pleased with how the UAW is responding to this or bringing a lawsuit as well as that ad. But it's just another one of those. Isn't that enough? Is it? Can we like call the game now? Really? Like we have to listen to these people uh fantasize about the ways in which they're going to make life harder for the people who actually build this country, make this country stronger, um, you know, through their labor, make our lives better, right? So again, pleased that the UAW, unlike some other unions I won't name, has its fingers on the pulse and has a leader who actually cares about the people he leads.
She wants to take away your gas stoves. She even wants to take away your ability to eat red meat.
Oh no.
That's how out there she is.
Oh, wow.
That's real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. And if you believe that, just wait. Just wait to hear what I'm going to tell you she's taking away next time. She's going after Netflix. You like bubblegum? Gone. It's diabolical. Diabolical. Okay. There's there's actually a picture of Kamala Harris. I think it's in her kitchen, standing in front of a gas stove. I am so heartily sick of these people taking legitimate issues and turning them into fear-mongering talking points. This is all because studies were done about how gas stoves, it may not surprise you to learn, are actually bad for children with respiratory illnesses. I had horrible asthma as a child. If not having a gas stove might have helped, that would have been cool. It's just information so people can make better decisions, healthier decisions. Same thing with the red meat. First of all, I'm a vegetarian. Stop eating red meat. It's bad for you and it's terrible for the planet. And that's the point. It's not that nobody's coming for your red meat, but wouldn't it be better if we didn't, I don't know, rip down our rainforests to create more grazing land so we could have more cows who are like destroying the atmosphere? Like, wouldn't that be good? I don't know, maybe. Do you really need to eat 4 hamburgers and 3 steaks every day? I mean, come on. Find a vegetable. But nobody is doing anything to put any obstacles between you and your slaughtered cow. So I worry It's actually, I'm less worried about the fact that people like JD Vance, who has no principles whatsoever, who has no conscience whatsoever, that guy is going to lie about everything. I'm worried about the people who believe him. Yeah, there's incentive for not destroying our public schools right there. Let's maybe make them better and educate people and teach them critical thinking so they can see a con man, a two-bit con man like Donald Trump or JD Vance coming a mile away. That would be good.
The Heritage Foundation is uniquely positioned for this mission thanks to its longstanding mandate for leadership, which has been highly influential for presidential administrations going all the way back to the Ronald Reagan era and continuing through Donald Trump's first term, where he embraced 2/3 of the policy ideas Heritage devised for his administration and our great country.
There you go. So next time Donald Trump tells you, somebody in the media, that he knows nothing about Project 2025, but he disagrees with all of it, which is a trick and a half if you think about it. How can you disagree with something you've never heard of? Well, he's Donald. He has that special power. Just laugh at him, please, because it's laughable. And the idea that he's embracing any policies is also laughable. He's going to do whatever his overlords, whether they be American oligarchs, South African oligarchs, Russian dictators, or North Korean authoritarians, want him to do. Thank you so much for joining me for a rapid response. Really appreciate it. And again, just to remind you, if you could please click on the subscribe button, it would be very appreciated. We're so close to getting to 100,000 subscribers. And wouldn't it be cool if you were the 100,000th? I can't even say that. But, it would be awesome. Anyway, doesn't cost anything. It just means that you are alerted every time new videos drop here. Also, if you could like the episode and share it with anybody you think might be interested or get a kick out of them or find them informative, that would be amazing as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.